Youngblood here with staying in the light. Staying in the light means always learning. When you see some new information that outdates the old information, it has to be changed. That's staying in the light, I was told by a very divine person. So the lesson today is about the lessons. Civilization pre-advance. Now I know it's a lot of scratches out here, but I'm gonna try to go over this first paragraph with you. I'm going to go over this first paragraph with you. This is the 20 degrees civilization pro advance. Supreme wisdom. This is all online, so I'm not breaking no rules. I'm not breaking no secrets. They have all the lessons, you know that. I'm speaking of the authorities. They got all the lessons. So this is for those who are seeking root truth, those Moors who are seeking truth. This is for you. Now, what I've done here is this is what I have written here. Erase black man because it's a term of slavery. Replace it with Moor, Moor, our ancient identity that identifies us who we are as a great cultures of the past and present that reflect our true culture, names, and history. You know, black keeps you a slave because there's no history of black. You go far back in history, you're not going to see anything about black people. Why? Because we didn't call ourselves that. You go to, I've been many places. People look like me in Indonesia. I said, what do you call yourself? Indonesian. I go to Samoa and people down there look like me. I said, what do you call yourself? Samoan. So you don't have to call yourself Moor if you don't know it, if you don't know your Moorish identity yet. But since you are indigenous to America, you should call yourself America. America should be a term when people say America, the picture coming in their mind is a melanated person because that's what Noah Webster said in the 1828 dictionary. He said American definition, the copper colored people found there by the Europeans. And then this was added, who later adopted the term to themselves. So they just recently started calling themselves Americans, but we've always been Americans. And you should stop calling yourself black, because that takes you back to a slave or make you an African. So you don't have no rights here as an African. You should be glad to be here, you savage. So this is because you're suffering because have left your ancestors. You denied your mother and father who are indigenous to this land. If you calling yourself black, that's exactly what you're doing. If you're just coming on asking questions, you need to go back and listen to this from the beginning. I'm not going to stop my presentation to answer your questions. This is a classroom. You ask questions when the instructor is through. Have you been in a classroom before? Do you ask questions when the instructor is talking? Well, that's not the way we do it here. So what I've done here is I have scratched out black and put more to give a more accurate description. So instead of the black man is civilized by nature, since we have no history of black men beyond slavery, we say the Moor is civilized by nature. And the next sentence, it says the black man is born from birth standing at a 90-degree plane perpendicular to the poles of the earth, north and south. Scratch out black man and put the Moor is born from birth standing at a 90-degree plane perpendicular to the poles of the earth, north and south. Next sentence. I'm going to read it as it is. I'm going to read it as this. It has to be changed. The black man's spine is straight and perfect from birth. The change. Scratch out black man. The Moor spine is straight and perfect from birth. The black man in America lost his civilization through slavery. Yes. So why are you still calling them black? That's a slavery term. You see, so that sentence don't even need to be there because we're not identifying as black anymore, not the conscious Moors. So you don't need to have that sentence in there, the black man in America lost his civilization through slavery. That's evident. And the name black is what keeps you in slavery. You see? So what we're going to do with that sentence, we're just going to take that one out. Let's see if we can improve it. The black man is a slavery term in America that only takes you to slavery. The black man in America. Yeah. You see the point we're making? We're sharing this new awareness because we know that black is a term that takes you to slavery. Because there's no history of any black people beyond slavery. That's when they start calling you out of your name. You was a Moor. You were wherever you was from. That's who you identify. This was a term to create white supremacy. Because if you start calling people black, then you can say, well, you're not white. I'm better than you. So this is part of the white supremacy idea to get you to thinking in black and white. Okay, let's get this paragraph. I promise I'll get through this paragraph. But these were the young offsprings of the first parents. Yeah. See, you don't know your names because they killed your parents who wasn't able to teach you the knowledge of who you really are. So the the white man who's not really white. There's no white people. They're Romans, if you want to call them anything. He started calling you black. And you started calling yourself black. But that's not who you are. It was an easy task for the devil to accomplish the changing of the young offspring because he took the young children from their parents and exterminated the old in history. This is known as the so-called $64 question. Okay, there you have it. We got through it in 10 minutes. So I just want to go through this 20-degree civilization of pre-advanced supreme wisdom and show you how everything needs to be updated and changed in light of new knowledge. That's what we call, what's the term for that? Questions in the chat. We call that intelligence. We call that staying in the light. So that's it, y'all. No questions in the chat. Thank you for coming. Go and listen to this lesson a few times. You'll get it. Peace to the Moors. They don't want me to get out of here.